Wombat Flats HO scale layout. This time running the Southern Aurora. This is the staging yards at the back of the layout. Each section is 4 foot long by 1 foot wide. Here are Lima 44s hauling some Hornby trying coaches. Yeah. If you're looking towards the far end, as we zoom on out, this aerial view of the layout. As it stands now, that's around 20 foot long by about 8 foot wide. If you go by the old imperial scale. There are 3 front modules, each measuring 4 foot by 1 foot. 3 back modules of the same measurement, and each corner is around about a 4 foot by 4 foot, or if you want to be more accurate, 3 foot 10 by 3 foot 10. As can be seen, 2 basic ovals all the way around. These 3 modules here were initially designed to fit in with my how it's done layout, which is also a bookshelf railway, hence the reason why it's a 1 foot wide by 12 foot long section. And what I'm using underneath this, we'll just watch this go past. I'm using underneath here comms cables, connections, some Ethernet cable. the main power board. This daisy chains all the way around. The speed control that I'm using is a standard H&M. This is the duet. So this is the main power module which powers the entire layout. Using drop-ins through here, which are the standard Pico shorties. The Fatless hut is only made up of balsa wood with IDE computer cable for the roof. So, got a bit of old strap for the ingoing line. Back to here where we started the bit of video. All this is just 2 bits of off-cut poly pipe. So we have a section cut out of the board just for the poly pipe to go in. Up here's where we have part of the main town. Second 44 class on this particular train. We'll just have a look over here.
Why is this red?
Sean's having hassles with this train there. The second Lima 44 in this set I've had since I was about 7 or 8 years old. So this dates back to the mid 1970s, this second loco. I have actually rebuilt the pilot beam on this one. I'll bring this to a stop for you. There's the standard Lima connections. And up here's the original Lima front end. So this is a secondary loco I got only now in 2017. Both these locos would have been identical, going for the fact many years ago when I rebuilt 4401, which was originally 4469. That was the closest match of paint I was able to get to it. But what I've done, there's a pilot beam a little bit closer up, and you see I'm using the KD trip pin through the Hornby coupling in order to tow the set. A closer look into here. So, although I lost one of the marker, well, so they're running board lights, it doesn't bother me too greatly. I have fitted a cab light to the rear end, but it's not necessarily noticeable at low speeds. Okay, here we are around at the staging yard side of Wombat Flats. We have New South Wales next to Victorian Rail. So basically we have 2 trains side by side, Spirit of Progress in blue and Southern Aurora in silver. So we've just seen Southern Aurora running around Wombat Flats. And this loco I've only just recently got about a month ago. So talking September 2017. Whereas these ones, that particular 44, I got a few months ago, and this one dates back to the 70s. In the 1980s, Hornby had re-released their Southern Aurora and Spirit of Progress carriages. This is just the set that I've got. With this, bring it around. These are the 1980s release, in which they've improved things slightly by actually giving interior detail. These ones have the original Hornby couplings. Some of these I'd purchased, but actually fitted up with KDs. So the majority of this train has the originals to it, whereas the last 3 coaches, come to here, that close coupling is because I'm using the trip pin of the KD through the Hornby buffer bar. This one here's got the KDs as well. And if we come down over here, clearly shows the KDs. That's how I bought these coaches second hand, but they've never really been run. I put the baggage car at the back end for the time being. Over here's the other one. So technically we have the southbound Southern Aurora and the northbound Spirit of Progress parked side by side. So in a moment we'll see the Southern Aurora, or what should I say, the Spirit of Progress, having a run. This is the Hornby loco, it's on the front. I did do a Lima loco into one of these. Yep. Bear with me a sec. The Lima one is a much nicer running loco, but it screams like a typical Lima loco does. This is the Hornby version. So now I've brought the train to a stop. Let's disconnect the Hornby loco. If I can get it to do it. That's got it. I'll take the Hornby jobby out of the way. Put the Lima 1 in place. What I've done, I've actually fitted the Hornby coupling to the back of a Lima loco. Just to show, yes, definitely Lima. So Lima always has the power buggy at the back in these ones. So when I get the decals for this one, I'll be able to finish this project off completely. The front pilot beam that's got to go on the front of it. And from here we'll lead into some GMs, the New South Wales 42 classes. Oops. Short sharp climb into the yard. Because I haven't got the boards levelled up properly. Yes, I've got a bit of American sitting here at the moment. That's only visiting Wombat Flats. It's running on the inside main at the moment. It's not bad for saying this one has lost both its traction tyres. If I had traction tyres on this loco, wouldn't struggle up this short sharp grade which is there. I've got them, it's just a matter of me getting the time to fit them. Who'd ever think? You can use ironing boards to support your layout. Adjustable height, work just like bloody sawhorses or something like that. And not only that, you can use them for when you're cutting long lengths of wood or steel, use them as supports. So adjustable height, that way you can set your layout to any height as well. Not even running this loco flat out yet.
Really? Oh. Like this one.
Because the ironing boards here haven't been level up in this corner, I get the short sharp climb. The loco, it should have traction tyres and doesn't. I think it's doing alright. This logo actually does have a working headlight, but at the moment it's sort of not positioned in where it should be. I'll bring this in to a stop for you. Yep, a little bit more work to be done. The VR decals on, a little bit of extra yellow done on top as well. Easiest way to get these off. If you look carefully, that wheel there should have a traction tyre, and that one should also have a traction tyre. So if I put traction tyres onto this loco, I reckon it'd haul the whole set, not a drama. But just for something a little bit different, what I can do, apart from Bert, no. Hornby and Lima together. There's a set of the combining of Lima and Hornby in the one train. The N.S.W.G.R going the other direction. Oh god. Okay. Well, this will give you some idea how the Lima and Hornby locos run together. But remember, the Hornby loco is made for OO and Lima is made for HO. At least Lima tried to get the details correct. I do have plans of doing the 462 steam version of the S-Class for this set, so that could be a future project and video for you. I think we shall move on to some other locos pretty soon.
I've no idea what your layout is doing to my train set.
Okay, while we're on the subject, while Wombat Flats are set up, these parts here are to be fitted onto 4201 in the 125th anniversary colours. Now, I've only got this loco this year, 2017, but back in the early 90s I had been given this one to rebuild and get going. Well, that was my original 42 class that was released back in the 80s, so I've actually rebuilt this back end slightly. So this is going to be 4201 as it was originally released. That's in the 125th anniversary colour scheme as preserved now by the New South Wales Rail Transport Museum. This will become 4204, and this one I'm thinking of changing to 4206.
Ballast.
All Lima locos. Each one of these I've actually rebuilt to some degree. I fitted fibre optic tail lights, or should I say headlighting, in the tail end. Double diode. And basically all of these have had overhaul. standard H&M control with a 1 amp output. It doesn't worry the fact it's got 4 locos drawing current. If I was to come backwards, oh sorry Sean.
It's all good.
So this you could call a GM transfer from one museum to another. New South Wales 42 classes, Victorian Railways S class and the South Australian GM were basically the same sort of unit. Minor differences between them. Passing through the staging yards.
That's better.
So very soon the 4201 and the N.S.W.G.R colours should be okay. There with me, mate. Just doing this as a short run. This is how Lima produced the back end, the S-Class back end. This is how they should be. So a bit later on I may put a KD on the front of 4201 in this colour scheme. That way I can fit the pilot beam a lot better. Whereas the original version might leave with the Lima coupling on the front. And that there makes a nice profile shot for a photo work. As would a shot like that. At least Lima did attempt to do the right detail and get it close to being correct. So I think they did quite well with this. So according to the data sheet plans, these things are as close as you can get to getting the actual 42 classes as they should be. Sadly the only thing that lets them down is the fact we have to blank in this back corner window. So I shall finish up on this for the moment and I shall come back to you. Okay, while we're on the subject of the New South Wales 42, in this case the 4201, and I'm doing this one as preserved. Another loco that is also owned by the New South Wales Rail Transport Museum is this, locomotive 5461. After 3 years of building from bits and pieces and scraps, whatever I could scrounge, this is my end result. Now you would have seen a video previously on YouTube there. So as part of Kev's workshop, this is the end result of scratch building 5461. There will be an article in the Australian Model Railway magazine somewhere on building this actual locomotive. And the only thing I really need to get done with this now, apart from a little bit of weathering, is put the dull coat over the top of all that and get a gearbox. The motor's installed. There will be a headlight inside the headlight unit. At the moment I've just painted it white for now. And then the other thing to be done is going to be a light in the firebox. And you can see there's a crew in there at the moment, driver and fireman. After applying the decals the other night, already part of it's broken away. So I'm having to paint in parts of it. And I've got a KD on the back at the moment. I'm looking at fitting one to the front of this locomotive as well. But this is just some of the detail. And you should be able to see this on my Kev's Workshop website. Now it's part of trying to handle this camera. bear with me a sec while I try to look through things. That's the back end detail. Standard of all my builds is real locomotive coal in the tenders, even an end scale, and that'll give you some idea as to the climb inside. The camera's just hitting up against the back scene here. So, oops, there we are. Don't see me, it's ugly. Okay, so it's a bit of a round tour of locomotive 5461. So if I take 4201 out of the way, and just be aware at the moment, I'm still waiting on getting a gearbox for this loco. So for this test run, I'm going to run it behind, well in front I should say, of 4401. Oops, bear with me, I get the correct control. Okay, bring it forward again. This is the first time this loco will have been on Wombat Flats. There's a variety of test runs up and down the length of Pico Flexi. So this is the first time set on a layout. So let's see how it goes. With a heritage train behind this, I reckon it should look alright.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't derail on its own, so maybe they are.
So how awesome is that, eh?